What's up, Desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back with another video. And today we're discussing Peter Molnar. He just won his IFBB Pro card, and I'm going to discuss what he looked like, what he's doing next, and when he's going to compete as a pro, if it's actually this weekend or not, and will he actually be a contender at the Olympia level versus like a Chris Bumstead and a Breon Ansley. So let's get straight into it. So Peter Molnar, you can see the photos here. I've got some video and stuff going up as well. He looked absolutely sensational. Now, we've been seeing this guy for years pop up on social media or on bodybuilding forums and whatnot, basically saying like, if this guy moved to the IFBB Pro League, because he's competing, you know, for I believe years, in like PCA and all these other federations over in Europe, and everyone was wishing and hoping he'd go to the IFBB Pro League. And I think the main reason why he maybe wasn't doing that is probably because he's getting paid by his country or whatever, because that happens a lot in Europe for them to stay as amateurs and compete as amateurs around Europe, winning world championships and things like that. So I believe there's a financial reason why he actually didn't become a IFBB pro. But if he does believe in himself enough and thinks he can, you know, win a Classic Physique Olympia or place really high, it might financially be the same or even better doing that. So it's an interesting move, and now he is an IFBB pro, and I believe that he's going to be competing in the Romania Pro, which is actually today in the Classic Physique. So he actually won his pro card in the under 90 kilo bodybuilding division, and obviously won the overall as well, winning his pro card. And you got to think about it, if he can compete under 90 kilos, which is about 200 pounds, he could easily move up and get into that 212 pound class if he wanted to, and he's still got plenty of size to add in that, because in this actual show, he was extremely lean. You can see it in his face. I've never seen him actually in a show where his face looks so like skeleton-like compared to actually what he used to look like, where he used to still get in good shape, but he'd have that more full round muscle look. This show, he came in absolutely peeled to the bone. Now, I don't know if Chris Aceto's coaching him or not, because he posted up this photo of him. He didn't say that he's coaching him or allude to it really, but perhaps he's actually coaching him, and if he is, he did a fantastic job getting him in such razor-sharp conditioning. I don't know if that was to make it to the under 90 kilo weight class or not, because you wouldn't really think that he'd worry too much about that, because he obviously, you know, he went on to beat everyone at that show in the bodybuilding anyway, but maybe it was the class winners that won pro cards. I'm not too sure on that. So it'd be very interesting to see him in that actual Classic Physique at the Romania Pro, which is on today. And if he is in that, I'm actually going to preview someone else that he's actually going against as well in that contest, but I'll talk a little bit more about him. So in this show, like I said, he's a little bit flatter than normal. And I don't know what look you guys like more and what you think will actually do better in Classic Physique. If it's the fuller, rounder look that looks maybe a little bit more pretty, tiny bit, even though his physique is, while it's shredded, is still extremely pretty looking. You know, then you got that gnarly, hard, grainy conditioning, which I think Classic's actually moving more towards. They're trying to make it more like bodybuilding, but just with a really nice shape and really nice posing, in my opinion. Now, what could you pick apart on his physique? There's not a lot, honestly. Like, the only thing I'll probably say is maybe his quads from the front, you know, if they had a little bit more rounder outer sweep or something, but that's more a genetic thing. And honestly, his quads are pretty damn good anyway, and his legs from the side and the back are absolutely outrageous. So you really can't pick him apart too much. So him going against guys like, you know, Breon Ansley, Chris Bumstead, who are the standards of the Classic Physique, and, you know, they've won, you know, all three of the last Classic Physique Olympia titles. He really does look like he matches up well. So I'm interested to see actually what he does, you know, when he becomes a pro. If he's going to look a little bit different when he stands next to actual pros, if it's more, you know, how we used to look at Keon Pearson, where I used to look at him in individual photos by himself, I'd say this dude is going to win the Classic Physique Olympia. And then he'd stand on stage, and while he'd be right up there, he'd be 5th place or something, he still wasn't in contention for that win in reality. So I don't know if it'll be that sort of case, or if it'll be, oh wow, he really does compare well to him, and maybe he's better. So let me know what you think in the comments below on that. Now, I have seen that people are thinking he's going to walk into this Romania Pro Classic Physique and just sweep the table, but I wouldn't be so sure, because there's someone else who could stand in his way. It's the Black Panther, and his name's Dancovea Anderson. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly or not. I just always know him as the Black Panther on Instagram. Now, he's coached by Abdullah, who's Brandon Curry's coach. That's Mr. Olympia. Now, I'm wondering, what do you guys think? Is he too small still to go up against like a Peter Molnar and actually win? Or does he have those freaky proportions where he's good enough in those regards? I mean, he's got better legs, I think, from the front than Peter. Elsewhere, I don't know, but he's just got such crazy shape and he's got great conditioning as well, just like Peter. Maybe not quite to Peter's level. So let me know what you think. Can the Black Panther actually beat Peter Molnar in his pro debut? Let me know in the comments below. And let me know if you think how he will actually go in the Olympia if he makes it in 2021. Will he be a guy that's battling Chris Bumstead and Breon Ansley for the title? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys like and appreciate this sort of content and want to support this channel, head to hostile.com, HOSSTILE.com, and enter ZAVE10. You'll save yourself 10% off some of the best supplements in the world. They're absolutely amazing. Just check their ingredients profiles on their website at hostile.com. And also, if you want something from there for Christmas from someone and they don't know what to get you, you can actually send them a wish list and email it to them and all that sort of stuff. And you can say in the little wish list thing you send, enter ZAVE10, you'll save yourself 10% on whatever you buy me. You can do that, or you can buy gift cards for someone else as well. So a great gift idea. So that's it for me. Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. If you want, obviously, to be up to date on how Peter Molnar does as a pro, if he does compete in that pro class, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding, including my coverage of the 2020 Romania Pro. So that's it for Xavier Wills Desktop Bodybuilding. We are out.